Hello and welcome to our Caterpillar Next Gen 313 hydraulic excavator. We're just going to have a look at some of the basic operational pre-start checks before we take the machine to work and talk about some of the easy use features included in the machine. So first of all, we want to ensure that we've got the correct bucket for the correct task in terms of width, volume and the correct grounding gauging tools. So in this instance we've got teeth. We could also choose cutting edges depending on the application, and while we're here we want to be making sure that they're in good condition and all attached firmly. We're going to be checking our hydraulic quick coupler, making sure that all the pins are in place and we've got no signs of any leaks or damage from the hoses. And we also want to have a look at our crowd linkage to make sure that we're getting adequate grease to those points. Our cylinders look in good order and we've got no signs of any damage to them with no hydraulic leaks. And we also want to check our hydraulic lines moving up to our boom. And looking along our boom, we can see no signs of any cracks or damage. The lights look in good order and we've got no signs of hydraulic leaks or any leaks coming from the undercarriage of the excavator. And then we'll make our way around to the undercarriage. So now we're going to have a look at our cab entry and our undercarriage. So first of all, we're going to check that our handrails are firmly attached and non-damaged for safe access into the cab. And also we're going to have a look down at our steps and ensure they're in good condition to make sure that we can safely get on and off the machine. We're also going to have a look at our track pads and make sure that they're not damaged, none are missing, and that they look securely attached with the bolts. I'm having a look at the idler wheel to make sure that there's no signs of any irregular wear or any obvious signs of damage. And I'm also going to have a look at my track chain and ensure that that's in good condition with no pins missing. Step back a bit, I'm now going to look at my top rollers to make sure that there's no signs of any leaks or damage, as well as my lower rollers and my track guides. An overall check of the track tension as we look back at the track and the undercarriage, and then finally we're going to look back at the drive motor for any signs of any leaks and the condition of the sprocket teeth. We're now going to have a look in the rear access panel for some of the checks inside here. We'll start at the top. We're going to look at the coolant level, condition of the cooling packs. Our air filter is located in here also. We've got our screen wash bottle and we've also got visual inspection of the batteries. So now we're going to take a look at the rear of the machine, ensure that our rear camera is clean and free from damage, an overall condition of the counterweight. We're also going to have a look underneath the machine just to make sure that there's no signs of any leaks coming from the engine compartment, and check our final drive housing to make sure that there's no leaks from either side. I'm now going to have a look at our engine oil level and check the dipstick to ensure there's enough engine oil. Overall condition inside the compartment is good, there's no oil leaks, and I'm also looking at my fuel water separator to ensure there's no moisture in there. I'm then looking at my hydraulic oil level, and the machine is parked in the configuration as per the image to make sure that I'm going to get a correct reading. Finally, I'm going to have a look at the AdBlue tank and ensure that the machine is ready to go to work in terms of AdBlue level. Let's have a look at some features that can contribute into fuel savings. First of all, I'd like to show you the AEC, the engine automatic control. If we initialise that, what that will do is during areas of inactivity, the engine will throttle down to an idle state that can contribute into fuel savings. Secondly, if we go into the machine settings, engine shutdown setting. So once you've been inactive for a certain amount of time, which you can set on the screen, the engine, when it's safe to do so, will shut down after that period of time. Finally, if we stay in the settings, if we go into the power mode, we've got three settings. Power mode, what it says on the tin, it will give you full power for heavy digging. Smart mode, it will the ECU will detect when the machine is under load and it will flip between power mode and economy mode. And finally, economy mode is a D rate, which will lower the engine RPM and save fuel. Lastly, CPM, which is our payload system. What this will do is ensure that you get optimum fill factors in your bucket, ensure that you fill up your hauling units to capacity, but not overload them. So we've got 1.49 tonne in the bucket, as indicated by the green means it's got an accurate payload. The one in the centre is the target, and this indicates what we've already put on the truck. So every time we load it into the truck, this figure will subtract off our target payload. This machine is also equipped with grade 2D, which enables the operator to get that level correct first time, which will reduce rework, therefore saving time and fuel. So that wraps up some of the features that we have available on the Caterpillar 313 Next Gen. Used in conjunction, these can save fuel and maximise operational efficiency.